Hey everybody, and welcome back to the next episode here on the new season of Dynasty. I just wanted to take a second actually to thank everyone for checking out my last video here on the new season, and the really warm reception I got on my little poetic intro I did. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm really grateful that everyone liked it. But that's enough about that. I just wanted to shower a little praise on you guys, because I really did appreciate all the warm, really friendly comments I got about it. But like I said in the end of last week's episode, this time around we're going to be working on expanding our village, and that means we have to tear down some more buildings, and we're actually going to be doing some terraforming. We're going to be taking this hill all the way back to where that building is there in the back. We're also going to be moving the little village center down a little bit, but we're going to do all of that in a nifty little time lapse here, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Alrighty everyone, I hope you enjoyed that first little terraforming time lapse we did, and it's our first of 3 time lapses we're actually going to do today, because we're going to do 2 more when we're building this building here and that building there. This one here is going to house our librarians, that one there is going to house our cartographers, and this pen here is going to house Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which, believe it or not, these are actually old school zombie pigmen. There was, as most people know, in naturally generating villages, sometimes there will be pens with animals in them. There was a pen right around there, and it had a few pigs in it, and it must have gotten struck by lightning, and Tweedledee and Tweedledum were born. So this is going to be their permanent home. Eventually, I'm probably going to change out the oh my god, I'm drawing a huge blank on something like fences. Jeez. We're probably going to eventually replace the fences with something a little schnazzier, a little nicer for them, because this is roughly where the old, village center was. I'm not quite sure where we're going to move the village center. I do have the tree and everything down there in the chest, but that doesn't really matter. But yeah, I hope you liked that first little time lapse. The terraforming job is obviously still a work in progress. Eventually we're going to continue it that way on the hill, but I wanted to at least get this area done, get the villagers in, so we can get some protection on some armor, so keep my butt a little safer. So we're going to bang right into the second time lapse, and I really hope you folks enjoy it, and yeah. I hope everyone's having an awesome day. Sorry that time-lapse kind of ended abruptly there at the end. This last update, or bug fix update, seems to have caused more bugs than actually fix them, and you can pretty much not place any sort of block while crouched, and I was trying to do the roof, and it got to a point where it was just literally impossible to even be able to place any sort of blocks. And I was getting super frustrated, so I just said F it, and I would just abruptly end the time lapse. So, sorry about that, but you can take it up with Mojang. So, I'm calling this the Hrrmmm Hotel. See what I did there? The Hrrmmm Hotel. The Hrrmmm Hotel. Alright, enough patting myself on the back with the stupid puns. So, we're going to house 20 librarians in this one building, 10 on each floor, 5 per side. And this is their permanent little stall room where they're going to live. I still haven't quite worked out how I'm going to zombify and de-zombify them once they're in the little pens, but that's a problem for future Sophie, so I'm sure she'll come up with something brilliant. So, this is the first floor, and then we have outside access to the second floor. And you'll notice I changed up the colors. I've got a bit of a darker palette downstairs, a little bit of a lighter palette upstairs. I wanted to change it up a little bit. I'm probably going to put my important enchantments on the first floor, like Prop 4, Feather Falling, stuff like that. Things that I don't have up near the workshop. And then up here is just going to be the extra stuff that I want to have on hand. So yeah. I'm super excited. It's time to move some villagers. So I'm going to work on getting the villagers bred up and moved. You can see I already have the line running from the Love Shack up there on the hill down here into the Hrrmmm Hotel. And we're going to start here on the inside and work our way down and then up onto the second floor. But I know there's a lot going on in this episode, but I really hope you folks are enjoying it. I tend to be a little chaotic, so of course my content's going to be a little chaotic, isn't it? Yeah, let's move some villagers, huh? Alrighty everyone, so it is actually the next day in real life, and we have half the villagers bred up, and we just need the other half of the villagers up there. I have the line ran up to the second floor, and of course it's going to start raining. So let's go to bed real quick. Alrighty, that's much better. So, like I just said, lose track of my thoughts again. We already have the 10 villagers down here. They're all grown up. I don't know why the heck this guy keeps trying to turn into a fisherman. I have removed all of the barrels. There are no more barrels to you. There are no more barrels for you to attach to, but he's still trying. But we'll worry about that once we get to rolling all these librarian trades, and it'll be easy enough to get him to relink to that workstation there. But I really hope you folks are enjoying this episode, and I've been working away, toiling away before and after work trying to get this done so we can move on to doing the cartographers. But I genuinely hope everyone's having an awesome day, and yeah, if you have any questions about villagers, please really I'm gonna do the cheesy YouTuber thing. Don't hesitate to comment down below. I love answering questions and I love talking to people. And yeah, let's just get back into it. Breed up the rest of these villagers and get some books going. Okay, so it is 2 days later, and I saved you all the painstaking process of watching me convert all of the, well, not convert, but get all of these guys set to what I want them to sell me. If you're on Bedrock, you can just use a sticky piston and a lever to move the lecterns, and it makes it a heck of a lot easier. It's still a pain in the ass trying to make sure that they end up selling what you want them to sell, but using the sticky piston definitely makes it a lot easier rather than having to sit there and manually break the workstation and then replace the workstation. But now that we have the Hrrmmm Hotel all done and dusted, it's time to move on to our final little time lapse. We're going to do the cartographer house, or the travel station, right across the hall, or across the road rather. Pardon my voice, I'm having a little throat issues today. But once we have this all built, we're also going to breed up the cartographers and move them all down here. But yeah, I really hope you like all these buildings and all the random crap I'm doing around here. Eventually I will figure out a flow on how I'm going to do my videos. Eventually, I promise. Oh, also, RIP to Tweedledee and Tweedledum, who lasted all of like 4 days, I think. This iron golem spawned in once the villagers were like fully grown, and I had them all linked to their workstations. He took one look at Tweedledee, and Tweedledum came over and just blasted the ever-loving heck out of them. So they're gone. So maybe we'll name them Tweedledee and Tweedledum or something. Who knows? But I'm gonna bang into the time lapse, and I hope you folks like it. So we're all done and dusted with this set of villagers. Sorry, my voice is still a little messed up. But we have all of our cartographers bred up and linked to their job stations, and they're working splendidly. But with the hotel over here, we did end up having a little bit of an issue. You can see I've opened all of their stalls. They weren't linking to their jobs correctly. I was having an issue with one of these guys. I think it was... Nope, wasn't you. It was him. So, he was locked here, and he wouldn't refresh his trades, which meant he was linked to another job station that wasn't in front of his bed, and I sat here and I tried moving the workstations around for a while, and they still weren't linking correctly. And then I pulled an audible, and I did this, and I noticed that it's working now. They're all refreshing their trades correctly. I have iron golems spawning in again, which is a big plus when it comes to village safety. But I had to do the same thing up here, but it is working really amazingly. So I couldn't be more pleased, to be completely honest with you. I did have to put trapdoors on top of the cartographer building. If you have a neat name for it, let me know. Comment down below, because I'm calling this the Hrrmmm Hotel, obviously. But I would really like to give the cartographers a really kitschy name, too. And I also have wings again, so we can do something we haven't been able to do quite yet. And actually go for a frickin' fly and take a look at our 2 new buildings here and how our village is coming along, because it is definitely progressing. The total population of the village now stands at 34, I think, or 35. I can't remember exactly, if I'm being completely honest with you. But, or actually, we've got 6 up there. We've got 4 here, so that's 10. We have 20 villagers in the hotel, so that's 30. And then we have 9 in here, so 39 villagers, actually. Yes, shoot off a rocket for no reason. So we have 39 villagers currently in the village, and our next step is going to be in the next episode. We're going to be building a Quonset-style hut over here for our armorers, toolsmiths, and our weaponsmiths. So we can finally get me into some iron gear, or out of some iron gear, and into some diamond gear, and keep me a little bit safe. But I think that's enough for today. This episode's been about a week in the making, off and on, before and after work, and in my free time. I really hope you folks like how these 2 buildings came out. And I hope you liked the little time lapses I did of me doing them and breeding up the villagers and moving them all around. I've really been digging getting into villager mechanics and monkeying around with villagers, and I absolutely love building, so it was nice to get into some building again. But that's enough rambling for me. I hope everyone has a really awesome day and a beautiful tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video, folks. Take care!